Let's get right into it. Butchers. This came out in 2020, and with Butchers Book 3 coming out, I needed to watch Part 1 and Part 2. So, a couple of days I'll have Part 2 out, and then in a week's time or a week and a half, Butchers 3 comes out. It'll be released at JB Hi-Fi or wherever you buy your DVDs online. But Butchers Part 1, grabbed myself a copy thanks to Eagle Entertainment. Well, Eagle Entertainment sent it to me. If you don't know the storyline, a bunch of sadistic hillbilly butchers live out in the woods. It's just like Wrong Turn, basically, but they're not freaking mutated hillbillies. Maybe one of them. And you've got a car of broken down teens that are going to get fucked up by these butchers. Pretty good storyline. Same old storyline, really. Let's get into the review. Alright, so story and plot I had no problem with, no issue with at all. I only give it a 5 out of 10 because it's been done a million times, but it still wasn't bad. Girlfriend cheating on boyfriend and getting it on in the woods, and then one will get cut up and all that. Fine, not a problem. I had no problem with it. But it was kind of rinse and repeat, kind of, we have seen it done, not a big issue. Still enjoyed it, but the story plot, I'm only going to give it a 5 because it wasn't as original as I thought it was going to be, but still damn good. The casting and the acting in this, look, the casting was fine. I had no issues. I didn't know any of them. And yes, it is a bit budget. I'm only giving it a 4 out of 10. Look, they weren't bad, but they weren't great either. And it's under par. So 4 is all they're getting. They're not horrible. And they were alright, young bunch of kids that were cast, but they're only getting a 4. They're only getting a 4 for me. They could have done a little bit better, but I still enjoyed. The dialogue, actually, I'm giving 6 because the dialogue actually explained everything. They really told the story well, I thought. And like I said, even though it's budget and it's cringe at times, yeah, the dialogue, I think, was actually pretty good because it really helped tell the story. Really helped us get to where we needed to go in the movie. Let's talk about all the killings and kills and horror and all that later, but the dialogue, it helped the story, and that's what I like. So I was definitely getting a 6, and maybe that's generous. Visually, I'm giving this an 8. I'd never heard of this, and because the third one was coming out, I really had to watch the first 2. I'm going to give this an 8 because visually, I thought it looked pretty damn good for a, we'll call it a low-budget movie. For a low-budget movie, it looked really good on camera for what it was. The kills, everything looked good visually, in the bush, the way the camera angles were and all that. I think they did a real fantastic job for their first film out of this series, so easy 8. The movie kills as well is going to get an 8 out of 10 because the movie kills were freaking fantastic. Some of them were freaking brutal as all hell. And some of them were just pretty damn cool that you sit back and you go, I want to watch this again because the kills were fun. And that's what I want when I see a horror movie and all that. I want fun with my kills. I want lots and lots of fucking good kills and good fun. So an easy 8 for the kills. Now the horror, I'm only going to give a 6. 6 is a fair score as well. Just over par. They tried to really bring the horror once they get past the whole teenagers breaking down, and then just like Wrong Turn, then they get chased and all that and stuck in the barn, but then they'd really try and bring the horror. Some of it was cringe. I'm not denying it. I'm not denying it at all. Some of it is absolutely cringe, but don't worry because these types of movies, if they really put in the effort and the horror isn't too bad and the kills aren't too bad and all that, give them your money so they can make more and more because that's what we want, more franchises of horror movies. Well, that's what I want anyway. So the horror gets a 6. Nothing wrong with that. The scare factor only gets a 3 out of 10 for me. Everything that was done, that the horror and the kills and the visual all looked great, but they didn't put anything into it to try and scare you. It was just a bunch of kills and nothing to make you want to be scared. I don't know if they intended to make it scary, but I doubt it very much that they intended it to be scary from those, because who gets scared from freaking axe kill and knives and all that anymore? You want to see something really out of the ordinary. I'm not taking anything away from the kills and the horror, but the scare factor just wasn't there. You're not going to get scared when you watch this. You're not going to get frightened. You're not going to get on the edge of the seat, but you're still going to enjoy. So only a 3. engaged and drawn in. I give it 8 out of 10 because, hell yeah, I was really drawn in. I wanted to keep watching from the movie start to the very end. Enjoyed every second of it. It didn't go up to a 10 level, but an 8 means I was fully watching and I didn't want anyone to disturb me. I really enjoyed this movie, and like I said, the dialogue, they told the story for me. That's what kept me drawn in as well. So entertainment value, it's going to get an 8 as well for me. I was entertained, even if the kills weren't scare factor and all that, but the kills looked cool. The dialogue, like I said, told the story and helped me keep watching. It gave me an 8 for entertainment value because I enjoyed every second of it, really. I really didn't have too many bad things to say about it, but like I said, it is a budget movie, so of course quality isn't as great as all these other movies that come to the cinemas, but don't worry about that. Just give it a crack. Entertainment value, easy 8 for me. As per advertised, I'm giving an 8 as well because everything that it says on the back, it delivers. If you watch the trailer, it's exactly like you're going to see on the trailer. So it didn't lie to you. You can see on the trailer that it's not the most money put into a production, but it still didn't lie to me. Didn't lie on here. Didn't lie on the trailer. As per advertised, easy 8. Easily 8. I think Eagle Entertainment really got a banger here. I know this is 2020 and I'm only watching it now, but that's because Part 3 comes out in a couple of weeks. And all good, man. So this ends up getting the end final score of a 6.4 on the Blood Popcorn rating. 6.4 is pretty damn good for a low-budget movie. Eagle really delivered with this. I'm happy they sent this to me. Thank you very much. I'll do my review coming up in a couple of days. Of course, I'll film it and then it'll get posted up for Part 2, and I'll let you know about Part 2. And then we got Part 3 as well. And thank you so much, Eagle Entertainment. So you can get this at JB Hi-Fi now. And I'm pretty sure you can download it on digitally. Whatever movies, streaming devices have this movie. But thanks so much, Eagle Entertainment. Go on Eagle Entertainment and have a little look-skis. And go to JB Hi-Fi and grab yourself a copy. And definitely have a watch of this one. The first one, I definitely recommend. 6.4, an easy 6.4 out of me. Thanks again, Eagle. And like, subscribe, do what the fuck you want. I'll be back with whatever I do next time. I'll see you.